Seizing the opportunity. It's amazing how one thing leads to another and doors of opportunity open. One evening, between those awful AM newscasts, Marvin T. Brown, a really funny black guy who was the evening operations manager, in other words, the board op at WAMU-FM, asked me to watch the VU levels of a woman who was taping a food review for Susan Stamberg's Kaleidoscope News magazine program while he did a station break on the FM station. I sat and stared at the VU meters, making sure they didn't cross over to the red zone too often, and realized this woman was really terrible. Nancy Lang was a freelance food critic, but her 5-minute review was so full of throat clearings, coughs, burps, and gurgles, it was almost impossible to listen to. I turned the controls back over to Marvin after he'd finished his duties and left to complete my 10:55 newscast down the hall at the AM station. When I was done, I was chatting with Marvin. I said, "Hey, can I make a copy of that woman's review and practice editing the tape?" That was another one of our assignments, I recall, was to edit some recorded interview for time or content. Marvin fished around and found a small 5-inch reel of scrap tape, placed it on the big Ampex or Scully machine, set the speed on both machines to 15 inches per second, and in 2 minutes I had a copy of the tape. I carefully put the original aside, rewound the copy, donned a pair of headphones, grabbed a razor blade and some editing tape, and went to town on Nancy Lang's review. I must have cut a good 30 seconds of combined extraneous noises from that tape. When I was done, I listened through it and was quite pleased with my accomplishment. So, and I don't know where I got the courage to do this, but I sat down and wrote a note. Dear Miss Stamberg, I was in Master Control Friday evening between my AM station newscasts while Ms. Lang was recording her review. I took the opportunity to have Marvin make a copy of it for me to practice my tape editing skills for Mike Harris's broadcasting lab class. It is here with the original, and I hope you didn't mind me practicing on this. Bill Brown. At 10 a.m. Monday morning, my home phone was ringing. It was Susan Stamberg offering me a job, 10 hours a week at $1.27 per hour. I'll take it. When do I start? That was my first real foray into broadcasting.